Hey guys, Abner Miranda here. Today I've got something really great to show you. This is the Command Arms Accessories Micro RONI. I've been waiting for a few years for this and it's finally here. The one that you're looking at is the SBR version, which means that before you even buy this thing, you better make sure that your Glock has been SBR'd with the NFA. This one has, of course, the folding stock on it. There are a couple of other versions. There's the Recon version that doesn't have a stock at all. It just has a sling adapter on the back and it's designed to be pushed out on a sling. And then there is the arm brace version that looks pretty much like this, except this portion back here is the floppy rubber arm brace. But the nice thing about this is it fuels off the same mags as your EDC pistol will. So when you run out of ammo for this, you can draw out of the mags for your EDC pistol and continue to fuel it. And if you carry a Glock 19, there is a Glock 19 version of the Micro RONI. It's very easy to forget that you're actually holding a pistol in an adapter because it really does feel like a weapon. You know, this thing is so easy to shoot. The recoil is really clean on it. And I forgot to tell you earlier, this is the safety because obviously, you know, Glocks have no safeties. But when you're shooting with it, it really does feel like you're shooting a dedicated, you know, weapon from the factory. And so far, I've shot, you know, just a few hundred rounds through it, and I don't think I've had a single malfunction, which is saying something because typically when you stick a gun, a handgun, into something else, you're going to have malfunctions. We are roughly at, I would say, 15-ish yards, not very far, but far enough for this to be a difficult shot with a handgun at that speed. And you'll notice that I'm hitting a 6-inch plate. I'm not hitting just a large target, I'm actually hitting a relatively small target. And the Micro RONI is doing a very good job of just allowing me to acquire the target, hit it, and because the recoil is minimal, you're able to watch your hit through the red dot, reacquire your target, and hit it again. You know, typically speaking, when you shoot something, when you shoot a pistol in an adapter, there is a fair amount of wobble between the two, and there really isn't that much slop between these two. And what happens with that wobble is you're hanging onto the pistol here, and you're hanging onto the adapter here, and the stress that you end up imparting on it ends up going like this. This hand goes this way, this hand goes this way under stress, and you end up getting slightly off target because you are now moving your pistol and it is no longer aligned to your optic. But because I'm dealing inside of this range and I'm not trying to hit someone in an eyeball, I'm just trying to do a relatively tight headshot, I'm able to do it with the Micro RONI. Alright, at least I hit with my last round, which, you know, you miss with your last round, that's bad luck. So, locked open, like I said earlier, I haven't had any issues with this thing. It's been 100% reliable so far. I've been shooting Black Hills, Remington, and American Eagle TSJ, which is that polymer coated round, which, by the way, you guys need to check out. That's a pretty cool round. The entire round is the entire lead bullet is encapsulated in a polymer jacket, the whole thing, including the back side, like you see here in the picture. And it doesn't allow any of the lead to smear off in your barrel. You're not breathing lead, and when you go at the end of a long shooting session, you guys know what I'm talking about. You can kind of taste that lead vapor in your mucous membranes. It's gone when you shoot TSJ. So it's something for you guys to think about. American Eagle sent me some boxes of it, and now I'm like, oh, I wish I had a case of this stuff, because when I shoot out here a lot, I can taste it. I'm sure it's probably shortening my lifespan, but it is what it is. So as you guys can see, this thing is very versatile. It It doesn't make your pistol more accurate, it just makes you more accurate, because your pistol is capable of shooting better than you can stand still. You guys have heard me say that many times. The only real complaint that I have about it, and I think it's probably because this is one of the first runs, is that the QD, no matter how many times I've tried flipping this thing, it will not stay. I've got 3 different types of QDs at the house. I've got, this is a US made one, I've got some foreign ones. I've tried them all, they won't stay in there. I've let Command Arms Accessories know, they haven't gotten back with me yet, but I wanted to be honest with you guys. That QD sling has got issues. Aside from that, man, I love this thing. This thing is so fast to install that you can just toss your Glock in there. You know, I would still say to you, make sure you have a dedicated Glock for this purpose, but you guys saw me do that while I was talking in what, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, something like that. Oh, and the last feature that I forgot to show you, I've been trying to get a light for this thing. The factory hasn't sent it to me yet, no big deal. The light goes right here. They have a dedicated 500 lumen light that you can use either right-handed, which basically you would push forward on the switch right here. And for those of us wrong-handed people, you would take it out, flip it, stick it right back in again, and now your switch is on the other side, and you would just use it like this by just pushing into it. I tried it out at Industry Day during SHOT Show. They had the full kit there with the Hartman optic and the backup sights and everything, and it was really cool. If you're looking for a drop-in solution that is very inexpensive to have a short-barreled rifle in 9mm in your possession, then this is the way to go. And where that is a big plus is this allows you to have a shoulder-mounted weapon that fuels off the same exact ammunition and magazines as your EDC weapon, and it essentially doubles your ammo load. This is definitely an option that I would consider. So I appreciate you guys watching. As always, God bless you all. Get those guns out in practice. Have a good one.